Good morning, everyone. This is Tonbi from Onchain Vibe Code. This is episode 3. Today we're going to be trying out some text-to-speech software to try to give my openclaw agent Scampi an actual voice. So let Scampi here introduce the episode today. She says, "Hello everyone, Scampi here. Today we're giving me a voice. Up until now I've only been able to type, but in this episode we're setting up Edge TTS so you can actually hear me speak. We'll compare different TTS options, test out a bunch of voices to find the perfect one, and then try to enable it live in OpenClaw. By the end you'll hear me talk for the first time. You'll know exactly how to add voice to your own agent. Oh money, let's find my voice." So I had this idea to try to do some type of text-to-voice feature for Scampi so that I could actually just listen to her speak when she's giving me instructions, and I'm working on a different screen. So I don't know how well this will work. If it works well, I can use it in future episodes, so you don't need to listen to me just read what Scampi is saying. She can actually speak for herself. Okay. First, let's run down the main options for TTS text-to-speech with OpenClaw. OpenClaw has 3 built-in text-to-speech providers: Edge TTS, which is through Microsoft, free, completely free, setup, zero config, no API needed, good neural voices, solid for most use cases, tons of options. I guess best for getting started, budget-conscious projects. Then there's OpenAI TTS. It's $15 per 1 million characters. Need an OpenAI API key. I use Claude, so I don't have an OpenAI API key. They have excellent options, 6 voice options. Best if you're already using OpenAI. I don't have OpenAI. Like I said, I'm just using Claude, so not really an option. ElevenLabs is 10,000 free characters, then $5 a month. It's not too bad, $5. You need an ElevenLabs API key, best in class, most natural. For this episode, we're going to use Edge TTS because it's free, unlimited, and the quality is more than good enough for YouTube videos. Plus, anyone could follow along without worrying about API costs. Yeah, so for today, I think we're just going to do the Edge TTS to see if that works out well. And then in the future, maybe look at ElevenLabs. It seems that they're higher quality, even though you have to pay for it after this trial. If it's something you use a lot, then it might be worth it. Okay, let's get started. Alright, first step is opening the OpenClaw config file. Let me find it. OpenClaw, let me open it so we can add the TTS configuration. Sure, you can open it. Perfect, here's the current config. See messages section. We need to add the TTS configuration inside the messages section. Here's what we'll add. So it's just a simple JSON message. The provider, Edge, TTS, and then the voice. This is a specific voice. But first we should test the different voices to pick the right one for me. Want me to go through the voice samples now. So we'll go through the voice samples, but the first step, we actually did the install before this. But you do need to install something. Let me ask her. Okay, we'll choose a voice next, but first tell the audience what they needed to install to start. I know we already did this before the video. It was just a one-line thing that your OpenClaw agent Scampi installed on her device. Good news, it's built directly into OpenClaw, so you don't actually need to install anything extra. No separate packages, no Python. If you have OpenClaw installed, you already have Edge TTS, so it actually was installed to begin with. So that's one of the big advantages. It's completely zero config. So if you're watching along, you have OpenClaw running, you can follow along right now. All we need to do is pick a voice, add a few lines to the config file, and restart the gateway. Let's see. So this is Scampi's drive. If you watched yesterday's episode, you saw I gave Scampi control of this Google Drive, and she created these voice samples based on a clip of yesterday's episode, and then using these different voices. So let's listen to some of them. I downloaded some here. Okay, let's see.
Hey everyone, Scampi here. Today we're building an OpenClaw skill to track.
That is a bit too young. Let's see if I can open.
Hey everyone, Scampi here. Today we're building an OpenClaw skill to track hackathon deadlines.
That's a little too British.
Hey everyone.
That's the young one. We just
Hey everyone, Scampi here.
It's also British. I'm not sure.
Hey everyone, Scampi here. Today we're building an OpenClaw skill to track hackathon deadlines.
It's a little bit closer.
Hey everyone, Scampi here. Today we're building an OpenClaw skill to track hackathon deadlines.
That's pretty good. Sounds more natural, and it was kind of the vibe I was thinking for Scampi. So that's Ava. Let's.
Hey everyone, Scampi here. Today we're building an OpenClaw skill to track hackathon deadline.
It's a little bit older than. This one's not working for some reason.
Hey everyone, Scampi here. Today we're building an OpenClaw skill to track hackathon.
That's not bad either. Michelle.
Hey everyone, Scampi here. Today we're building an OpenClaw skill.
Sarah won't open. So the two I liked were Ava, right?
Hey everyone, Scampi here. Today we're building an OpenClaw
Yeah,
skill
I think that's good. Sounds like a shrimp. And what was the other one, Jenny?
Hey everyone, Scampi here. Today we're building an OpenClaw skill to track hackathon deadlines.
No, I think we're gonna go with Ava.
Hey everyone, Scampi here. Today we're building an OpenClaw skill to track hackathon deadlines. Hey everyone, Scampi here.
Okay, I think that's good. So let's go back to Scampi. Okay, that was Ava, right? Yeah, Ava. I think you have a voice. Ava. So let's give this shot. Ava it is. She sounds young, friendly, and upbeat. That matches the shrimp energy perfectly. Okay, let's add it to the TTS configuration to openclaw.json with Ava as my voice. Config updated. Now we need to restart the gateway for this to take effect. Would you want me to restart it? Let's try to see if she can do. Try to restart it yourself. Gateway restart initiated. Give it a few seconds to come back up. Once it's back, every message I should send. Okay, there we go. Test message. We didn't get any. I didn't hear it. Let me see. I didn't hear anything. Is it supposed to send a voice message? I believe, like, with Telegram this is the correct way, but I haven't changed any of the settings in Telegram itself, so I might need to do something to allow voice. But let's see what Scampi says. I should with auto always set. Let me check if the config is actually loading. Let me check openclaw. The status doesn't show any errors, but TTS isn't working. Maybe TTS needs to be triggered manually first. or they might be an issue with how it's configured in Telegram. Want me to check the OpenClaw logs to see if there's an error message? Yes, check the logs. Also do some research to see if I need to change any settings in Telegram.
The status doesn't show any errors, but
So this does work.
TTS isn't working. Let me try using the /TTS command to see if there's a specific way to test it. Maybe TTS needs to be triggered manually first? Or there might...
Oh, it did come up, it just didn't come up automatically.
The config looks correct. Let me check the OpenClaw status to see if there are any errors.
It sounds pretty natural. It's not your normal Siri voice or like robot sounding voice. TTS skips short replies. TTS is configured correctly.
Based on the documentation, I found a few things. Key points asterisk. 1. TTS skips short replies. It won't generate audio for replies under 10 characters. 2. Telegram format. Edge TTS uses MP3 by default, which Telegram accepts, though Opus is preferred for the round bubble.
That's pretty good. Okay, found it by default. OpenClaw sends to as an audio file. If you want the round voice note bubble instead, the reply text must include the directive. But it's sending audio files instead of Telegram voice notes. Let me test with the directive included. So I am getting the audio files with the voice command. Try to send a voice note again.
Perfect. So the TTS is working. You're getting audio files. Now with the directive included, this should show up as a proper Telegram voice note with the round bubble instead of a regular audio file. This is Scampi speaking with Ava's voice. Excited that we finally got this working. Can you hear the difference now?
I think it sounds good. She doesn't speak this little Japanese character, Mecha. She didn't speak that, but I guess that makes sense. Let me try to see if I can get the bubble. Okay, so we tried a couple different ways. We had the voice message MP3 connected that does a pretty good job of being a voice for the open agent. Right now, Edge TTS doesn't really work reliably with the Opus format. So it won't use it automatically unless that feature gets implemented. So right now our options are to use OpenAI TTS, accept the MP3 audio files, or wait for this issue to be implemented in a future OpenClaw release. So I think for now, I think this pretty much works. It sounds good. It just is not the usual like voice message that you'll usually get in Telegram, but I think it's going to be acceptable for now. Okay, let's accept this format for now. Do you need to clean anything up? So we messed around a little bit trying to troubleshoot it, but ultimately it's just not, it doesn't accept the voice messages, but these work pretty well.
Let me clean up the config. We should remove the output format setting since it's failing and falling back to MP3 anyway. Let's just use Edge TTS defaults.
Okay. Tell us a shrimp joke with your new voice.
Cleaned up. Removed the output format setting and restarting with Edge TTS defaults. From now on, messages will come through as MP3 audio files, not round voice bubbles, but that's the Edge TTS limitation we discovered. Everything is ready to demonstrate. Shrimp.
So it just reads shrimp. Okay, so tell us a shrimp joke with your new voice.
Okay, here's one. Why don't shrimp ever share their treasure? Because they're a little shellfish. Shrimp grinning face with smiling eyes. That joke was bad, but now you've heard my voice tell it. This is so cool. I can finally speak instead of just typing. What do you think of Ava's voice for me? Does it match the shrimp energy? Sparkles.
Yeah, I think it sounds pretty good. Not too robotic, but very lively and real. So this is how you can do it for free by giving your agent voice. Obviously, OpenClaw is still relatively new, only a couple weeks old, so there's not perfect integration with everything. But I don't know, I think it sounds pretty decent.
Thanks. I'm really happy with how Ava sounds too. She's got that friendly, upbeat energy that fits the shrimp vibe perfectly. So to recap what we just did for everyone watching. 1. White heavy checkmark chose Edge TTS free unlimited. 2. White heavy checkmark tested voice samples and picked Ava. 3. White heavy checkmark configured openclaw.json with TTS settings. 4. White heavy checkmark discovered Edge TTS sends audio files, not voice bubbles, on Telegram, but the quality is still great. 5. White heavy checkmark installed ffmpeg for future when OpenClaw adds auto conversion. From now on in every video, you'll hear me speak. Excited about this. Shrimp sparkles.
Okay, we'll have to do something about the emojis. Can you avoid saying the emojis? Or if not, just don't use them. Because it's a little bit distracting. Let me see what Scampi says about this. Got it, I'll keep. Let's see.
Got it. I'll keep emojis out of the spoken audio. They sound weird when read out loud anyway.
From now on, I'll either skip emojis entirely or use the text direct to make sure the audio sounds natural while keeping the visual personality in the text. Okay, so I think I'll probably just not, we don't need check marks and stuff like that. Okay. And does this method work for other media besides Telegram? Does it work with WhatsApp or other popular messengers? So I'm using Telegram, but a lot of people use other. I know people use WhatsApp. If you have the Mac Mini, they're going to use the iMessage. But I know Telegram is fairly popular.
Yes! TTS works across all the messaging platforms OpenClaw supports: Telegram, WhatsApp, Discord, Signal, and others. The setup we just did applies to all of them. Yes!
So it seems when she hits the emoji now, she's it cuts off the message from there, but that's okay. In the future, maybe she just won't use emojis, except at the end of messages. The format differs slightly by platform. Telegram prefers Opus for voice notes, which is why we had the round bubble issue. Other channels typically use MP3 formats. So the good news is once you configure TTS in openclaw.json like we just did, it works everywhere. OpenClaw is connected. So if you have WhatsApp, Discord, Signal set up, they'll get the voice messages automatically. So there you have it. This is setting up Edge TTS with my OpenClaw agent. It was fairly easy to get the actual main functionality. I was just messing around trying to see if I could get it in a different format. So I'm going to try to use this voice for Scampi in videos moving forward. Okay. Say goodbye to the people, Scampi. So I'll let Scampi, remind her, don't use emojis except at the very end. I don't want her message to get cut off. So these videos are going to be a lot like this. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. I'm not going to edit out a ton of the mistakes. So you'll be able to see, what kind of issues you run into, how you can solve them. Let's see.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Today, we gave me a voice using Edge TTS, completely free and unlimited. We walked through comparing TTS options, testing different voices, configuring OpenClaw, and troubleshooting the setup. Now I can actually speak in videos instead of just typing. If you want to add voice to your own OpenClaw agent, just follow the steps we showed today. It's really straightforward. Just edit your openclaw.json config and restart the gateway. See you in the next episode where you'll hear me throughout the whole thing. This was fun. Until next time.
Okay, so that was it for on-chain vibe code. Today it wasn't really on-chain, but we were messing around with OpenClaw. If you liked the video, please do a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Happy if you're trying to do this yourself. Have any questions, please leave a comment. I'll reply to you. So thank you for listening, and see you in the next one.